Good morning. This is Ron Brown. It's actually about noon on January 4th, 2024. I've been working on an idea here to help with insight on what's going on in the market. I'm calling this top-down intraday prospecting. And just remember, always remember, the market is your teacher. I'm going to once again read any stock index or ETF mentioned in this presentation is not a recommendation to buy or sell. All trading strategies are used at your own risk. Now I'm doing this video on Thursday because I'm leaving tomorrow for the weekend, so I won't have a weekend video, but this will give you plenty to work on. First of all, I've updated the warehouse views and a filter. So if you're a member of the Insider Club, you can go ahead and reinstall the add-on, and then you can do what I'm going to show you. My voice is a little shaky. I've had this cold for several weeks. Finally getting over it, but as you can probably hear, I'm not back to normal yet. I opened up with TOS here because I wanted to show you what's going on in the market today. These are the NASDAQ futures. Here's a daily chart. I'm going to maximize this, and you can see that it's kind of been all over the place today. It opened here, traded up, traded down, and we're kind of right in the middle of that candle right now. Now volume is above average, so we'll see what happens here, but I'm going to go over and take a look at the comp. You can see that it gapped down here, traded up, and then fell back. Now, as far as the internals, advancers minus decliners, this is on the NYSE, and this is the daily chart. I'll go to the 78-minute chart. Gapped open here, traded up here, and now you can see the internals are starting to fall. Now, this is on the NASDAQ here, gapped open here, and starting to fall. The internals are still positive, barely 99 positive up here on the NYSE. They're 206 positive, 1440 to 1234. Now I'm going to move over to HGSI and point out what I've done. I have created I was going to create scans, individual scans for VPOC, crossover, 3 and 6, and so on, but that got too clumsy, so I abandoned that idea. But up here, under the top-down scorecard views for HGSI index analysis, there is a new folder. It has one view in it. It's called Scorecard HGS Investor Indexes and Stocks. And the way I'm applying this is I am using this group right here, but you can use any of these HGSI folders, but I'm currently using the major indexes, industries, and sectors. This has been updated, so when you install the add-on, you'll have the latest group, and you can see that the major indexes are all in here, plus the sectors, plus the top 100 stocks in the indexes and the ETFs, and then HGSI sectors by industry index and the HGSI industry index. These are the indexes. Now what I'm doing is the Thinkorswim indexes are running in the background and have been updating, but if you update manually, just go under intraday and update intraday now before you run this. I update every 5 minutes. My computer can handle it. I don't really notice much of a slowdown, but I'm showing you what to do if you want your data fresh. Okay, now I've got the warehouse view down here, but I'm going to close it because when I update these indexes, if the warehouse is closed, it's a lot faster. Now I have an i9 computer here, and I'm going to go under Tools and rebuild indexes in group. So what it's doing, it's going in here and it's going to update all of these with this fresh information which I downloaded. Now on my computer it takes slightly less than a minute to update all of these indexes. So I'm just going to let it run. This is a powerful method to see where the strength and weakness is intraday. You can see the groups are updating right now. So sectors, indexes, industry groups, and so on. Everything is getting updated with this folder. Takes a little bit longer than a minute when I'm recording, but I timed it yesterday and it took exactly 1 minute. Well, that's not bad. Okay, so from here, I closed the warehouse, but now I want to reopen the warehouse. So I'll click up here, and that transfers all of these indexes down here. And then I'm sorted on raw combo, and you can see that that is the percentage price change 1 day. Since I just rebuilt this 1 day represents what is happening right now in the market. And you can see that this is a sector. The healthcare index is on top, followed by the transports, then the industrials, the financials, and so on. And then as you go down the list, you can see that the NASDAQ 100 is down here. Now, these are the days since the crossover days, since the 3 cross the 6 and the VPOC. And that it tells me right now that this sector is up 0.8% for the day based upon my indexing. Notice over here that I have blank columns and there's no industry showing up here, but let me show you how I'm using this. So the healthcare index, there are 568 securities in this index. There's a lot of biotech stocks, of course. So I'm just going to change to that index group, and then I'll scroll up to the top. I'll make sure my filter is engaged by clicking on this, and then I'm going to sort on the intraday price change. So within this sector, sorting on the intraday price change, I can see that Omega Therapeutics is up 90.45% today, but there's been some profit taking because the intraday range is at 27.58. Look at the volume here. Let's just bring this chart up. You can see that this gapped up on news, and of course when you get a move like this, those that are in early in the day or in before, they're going to take some profits. It's only natural that would happen. As we go down the list, here's one DYN up 28.79. I'll bring it up. And this one is still on the move. You can see that it gapped down. And yesterday it gapped open up to here, traded down, and now it's going again. There must be some really good news on this stock. But I am just in the healthcare sector. Now, notice that these biotechs are all on top. If I want to get a view which is not as broad, I'm going to back up here. I'm going to sort once again on the raw combo, and I'm going to look for HGSI sectors by industry group. So I'm going to change to the industry group, and notice that I'm in the sectors by industry. Now this is right here. You can just go there directly. But this has 568 securities. But if I change to the index group, notice what's on top. The large pharma index. This is the strongest group in this sector, up 1.5% today. So let's see what's in large pharma. I can either change to the index group, which has been created by HGSI, or to the industry group. In this instance, they're the same. So I'll just change to the industry group, and you can see that there's 11 securities in here. And if I sort on the intraday percentage price change, I can see that NVO is at the top of the list. It's holding up well, trading well above volume. Yesterday there was a VPA signal, and it was an effort to rise. This is what the industry is doing. Let's just bring this up. So I want to get an arrow up here. You can see that there was an effort to rise yesterday and another effort to rise today. Volume yesterday was slightly below average, but it was close to average. But this was a very good signal yesterday. Now, looking up here, you can see that this is the industry group, and this has turned up on the green portion, so it's outperforming its group. Now, this is the performance compared to the S&P 500. Now, you can run this throughout the day. I suggest, about between 10 minutes after the market opens or 15, then you should run this, because then you can catch some of these stocks that are moving up early in the day. Now, let's look at Merck. It's number 2 here. I have to go back here and click on this. Move this up here. Let's take a look at Merck. Now, yesterday there was no VPA signal, but the day before was an effort to rise, and that is right here. This is the day before. And it has just kept going. Here was no supply. Here is a low volume test. Here is low volume test here. It's been running since then. This is a low volume test. This is a confirmation of that. So these VPA signals have worked out quite well. But what I'm looking at is today's data right here with the intraday. This group is doing well. There's how many of these are positive? 10 of the 11 are positive. Okay, I'm going to back. Well, I can't go back because I resorted, but let's just go up here. I'll just have this window open. I'm using that 32-inch monitor, and then I'm just going back here and resorting on raw combo. Let's go back into the sectors by industry. I'll change to that group again. Here's healthcare. I'm going to change to this. You can see that the medical equipment index is second, managed care is third, and so on down the list. Biotech is down here, but this group, if you look here, this is securities in the index, and here is securities in groups, 569. In the index, there are fewer securities because I'm requiring a $1 minimum and 100,000 shares. But that's in the index, which is created. That's why it differs so much from the securities industry. So I'm going to change to the industry group rather than looking at all the securities in the index group. Well, 579 with my filter on. I'm going to go back, and let's just change this and go to the industry group. That's what differs. Make sure the filter is engaged right here. Sort on raw combo. And then I have to go to intraday. The raw combo is for an end of day. The intraday combo, there's no intraday combo. I just sort on percentage price change or range. If I want to find the stocks that are holding up best this time of day, trading at the top of their range, I just sort on range. And then if I want to look for a stock that's also trading above average volume, I'll just go down here. Now, let's look back across here. You can see that yesterday volume was less than average, spread was above average, close was very high. 8 days ago, it crossed the 3.6 and the VPOC 1010 RS of 97. It's been outperforming the S&P for several days. Percentage price change yesterday was 6.3%. It's up another 14.97% today. No VPA flags yesterday, but let's take a look at the stock. Okay, now this is just a little $2 stock, which may be on its way. Let's take a quick look here. Earnings are improving. You can see that negative earnings revenue is very low, but it's been building a base here. Highly speculative. It's outperforming its group recently. The group's going sideways. It's outperforming the S&P, and you can see the volumes above average. So up 14.97% on a $2.20 stock. If I go back over here, you can see that at the close yesterday, it was $1.87, and now it is $2.15. I decided to pause the video and add another column here. This is the intraday last. It's just easier than looking over here or up here to see what the last price is. So anyway, I'll upload this and it'll be this version when you download and install the new add-on. Okay, I'm going to go back up here and just click through to the warehouse again, reapply the filter, and sort on raw combo. And I'm going to find the HSI Industries Index, change to the index group, and you can see that the top performing group is the electric, gas, and marketing, but notice there's only one security in here. So, I'm sorry, two in here. Cruise lines is number 2. So we're getting a closer look at what's happening in the market on the industry level. So the cruise line stocks, which closed very high in this index when I just redid them, they went down or crossed down 3 through the 6 3 days ago, and the same thing on the volume point of control. I'll bring the index up and you can see what happened here, but today buyers are stepping in. So I'm going to change to the index group, and you can see why I combined the end of day and the intraday right here, just to make it easier to prospect. So I'm going to sort on range here. Carnival is trading at 100%, as is, well, both Carnivals. So let's just bring it up, and you can see that this is moving up. Now I'm in 1C. I'm going to drop down to 2B. And this has the crossovers. You can see that it fell so much that the 3 is a long way from crossing over, and so is the VPOC. But buyers are coming into these stocks right now, and if I were just using the crossovers, I would have no way of knowing that. I have to do it. What I'm trying to say is I have to do the intraday prospecting to see what's on the move. That's why I think this is a very powerful technique. You can concentrate on any of these indexes, sectors, or industry groups and see what's moving just by updating the intraday and then rebuilding these indexes. Now, here's a little trick I like to use sometimes. I'm just going to take these 5 stocks and I'm going to click through to the ranking module, and then I'm going to show you that I have my ranking module set on Wilder RSI 14 weeks. What this does is it helps me quickly find the stocks with the strongest chart based upon Wilder 14. So I'll just bring this up and you can see that this is a very strong chart here. This is the leader. It's been the leader, and buyers are coming back in. Let's compare this to Norwegian Cruise, and you can see that Royal Caribbean is a stronger chart than this one is. They just let's look at the second one. Pretty strong chart here, but this is the strongest of the bunch. Okay, I'm going to close this. You can see that I can't go back here. That's why I like to have this up here. You can go directly to any of these. I just click back through to the warehouse view, reapply the filter, sort on raw combo, and then I can look down the list and see what else I want to look at, see where the weakness is. The energy index is weakest, down 0.7. Oil prices are down today. They were a little stronger earlier, but they're falling again. You can see the NASDAQ 100 is down here, and the SOX is down here also. So I'm just going to quickly change to the NASDAQ 100, and I'm going to sort on industry percentage price change one day. I'm going to make this full screen, and you can see which of these stocks are up and down out of the 100 stocks in here. And medical equipment, that would fall in that healthcare sector, which we saw was the strongest sector, biotech. So you can see where the strength is here within the NASDAQ 100. And conversely, you can resort this. You can see where the weakness is. This one must not be trading anymore. Walgreens, NXPI, Charter Communications, In-Phase Energy. Let's look at that one. It came off the bottom nicely here, but now it's pulling back. You can see there was a test, a confirmation of that test, another test, confirmation, another test, and it moved up. And then no supply, no demand, sign of weakness, traded down and then moved up with heavy volume here, but now it's rolling over again. But I hope you can see that this really provides us a way to see within the market where the strength and weakness is, just by rebuilding these indexes. And then if you're looking for prospects, you can quickly see what's moving up and what's moving down. I'm kind of losing my voice, so I'm going to end this video. This will be my weekend video. And remember, if you're a member of the Insider Club, you can just go ahead and download this view and filter. And I've made a few other slight modifications to files, but here it is right here. It's under top-down scorecard views for HGSI index analysis. Inside the folder, scorecard, HGS investor indexes and stocks is where you'll find this. Thanks for listening and have a good weekend. And I will put out another video or two next week.